privilege you come from out your bed and sit here and listen so many speeches, leave your families aside. It's a big privilege for me to be here to share the stage with all big wigs of Hyderabad and Bangalore. I'm Sagar Kannam, been to US in 1999, like all others, having big dreams, with a small temporary visa. Been worked there for 5 years, 99 to 2004. 2004, I started in a small company called Security Technologies, in a one-room office, all alone. And then a couple of folks of mine joined the company, and we traveled together for a few years, 2004 to 2011. That's when we had an offer from a company in India for a reverse merger, a publicly traded company in Hyderabad, BSE, and we did the reverse merger then. Then we were like 22, 23 million. All started from 2004 to 2011, all alone. And then after we combined, we could raise some capital in 2012 till 2015, 4 rounds. And then we took the company to 43 million till 2024 in 20 years. And that's when Venga Reddy's company Coforge acquired us. The whole acquisition took a whole year of 2024, starting February till December. We are now completely out of the company. We are now unemployed. Jokes apart, I have one more company, Kairos Technologies, which we started a few years back while in Signaling. Now I operate the company from Madhapur and have headquarters in Dallas, expanded to Mexico, and one more India office in Visakhapatnam. Now we are like close to 50 million and trying to expand to verticals of quality engineering and ServiceNow and Salesforce. Again, the next panel will be talking about AI. We are now in a stage, for at least for the HR and for the talent acquisition, we can't avoid to know, learn, use AI. We are now forced to get adapted with the latest technologies of AI. Now in stage like we can't say we can avoid it. We need to learn or at least use the existing products or tools which are available in the market, which is much easy, especially for HR and talent acquisition. I keep asking my team about what are the new changes or what are the technologies which we need to. Then came like we are doing little on AI for our quality engineering product, but at the same time we are trying to adapt or use the tools which are already available in the market, couple for the HR specifically and for the talent acquisition. And one small product is Vexa. I think it started in T-Hub and one of the company, big MNC in the Tower Summit nearby, Vexa. When we started looking into it, it is helping the HR with the compliance and the onboarding. And the other one is for the talent acquisition. I'm just limiting myself to talk about the HR and talent acquisition. And when we came to know about it, it is helping the sales engine and talent acquisition and HR onboarding. And it is completely automated. And the company which building the application want to hire a talent, they gave the job description to the AI agent, and it picked straight 200 resumes on the web, and after screening multiple rounds, completely automation, and it gave one resource, one applicant, and the company ended up hiring the applicant without completing no calls. Completely the engine used it and it hired. Then we were a little impressed and we started investing in the company and started using. And we will be going deep dive into that for sales engine and for the talent acquisition. I'm literally talking about talent into the HR and the talent actually heads are over here. With this, I think I'll hand over the mic to Chris for the next panel discussion. Thank you all for inviting me and to give the opportunity to talk to you.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ అందరికీ నమస్కారాలు. నేను అల్టూర్మే ఎంటర్ప్రైజ్ లిమిటెడ్ సిఎండిని నాయుడు నా పేరు. మాది ఇప్పుడు కడతాల్ శ్రీశైలం హైవే కడతాల్ దగ్గర, నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి హకీంపేట షామీర్పేటలో విల్లాస్ 2 వెంచర్లు మేము స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. హకీంపేటది అయితే కంప్లీట్ అయిపోతుంది, 1.5 monthలో మనకి ఆక్యుపేషన్ కూడా అయిపోతుంది. మీరు ఒకసారి మీరు ఫ్రీ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒకసారి సైట్ చూసి కట్టాలి ప్లస్ షామీర్పేటది ఈ 2 చూసి ఇష్టం కొంచెం అదే మీ వాల్యుబుల్ చూసి ఒకసారి చూసి తీసుకుంటారని.
All the best for your real estate venture, Andy. Thank you so much.
Tojima is the one who actually bought this place for us today. Okay. So thank you so much for accommodating all of us here today. Thank you. We will request you today before we leave. Okay. So and we also have Mr. Madhusudan, the founder of Worksmate here. Okay. So Worksmate has come up with a very unique way of promoting OKRs and performance management tool. So he is here supporting this event and to represent it. And we also have Mr. Rajiv, okay, the founder and CEO of Prime Hire. Okay, so here Rajiv is also to support us. And today we have very famous people here. Elton Nathan, the LNOD GM General Manager from Apollo Lifestyle, Health and Lifestyle Limited. We have Emmanuel sir from EPAM Systems, So we also have Shivaprasad Garu, the retired General Manager from NTPC Limited, GMHR. Okay, we have MVS Garu, okay, Satyam Garu. We have Durgi Mantadharu. Also we have Chandu Gurupalli Garu, and he also founded a group called HR Champs. Okay, so thanks a lot, Roshni MJ, the Senior Director from Rich, and Sitaram, the Senior Director Vachusa. Okay, so a lot of good people are here to speak about talent acquisition. Okay, so before I venture into or to start this program, let me introduce myself. So most of you know me, but for the others who are coming, and I am Krish Chittaluri. I come across with 20+ years of experience in human resources. Especially I started my stint with Wipro Technologies, Value Labs, and Deloitte Consulting. Okay, later I happened to venture into education. I was one of the crucial members starting a university in a country called Belize near Mexico. Okay, so we started medical university there, having around 500 students. So post COVID, I moved back to India, and back in 2017, I along with few more friends, okay, we started a small group called ICON. It's called International Knowledge and Opportunities Network. Everyone works for knowledge and opportunities, right? So 8 of us, we had a meet at a coffee shop, and we thought to create a group, a professional corporate group. So it's almost 8 years now. Today we are celebrating our 8th anniversary, and we have reached to 4,000+ people. Okay, 4,000+ senior managers or vice president and CX level people from all different segments and sectors of this group now. And this is almost our 41st event. Okay, we have conducted similar corporate conclaves and conferences for the past 8 years through ICON. So, 40 successful events we have conducted. We have conducted a lot of panel discussions or say podcasts or interviews, and similarly corporate programs like conclaves, like leadership conclave, Trident or Novotel, mostly in Hyderabad and AP, In Andhra Pradesh also we are connected in places like Kannada, Visakhapatnam and Vijayawada. So all these 8 years of experience, we have gained a lot of insights, okay, from industry leaders, and we've been supported by a lot of members. Okay. And last year, what we thought is, we investigated a larger group having a lot of people, but since I come from HR and most of my friends also from HR, even the ICON group has a lot of, almost 50% plus of them are HR heads. So I thought, why can't we start something new, especially for HRs? Then we launched the I Love HR. Last year, July 20th, we had a program, digital convention. So Jayesh Ranjan, the Chief Secretary of IT, along with J.H. Chaudhary Garu, the former Chief Secretary of IT, along with 700 plus HRs have come and tested us. The whole day we also had a lot of discussions, panel discussions and award sessions and all. So we actually thought of creating I Love HR not just like a community, but we are coming up with, we already come up with an app and website. We are about to launch it in 10-15 days now. Okay, so we're doing some testing with the HR heads as of now. So this would be a new marketplace for the HR and HR service providers. Okay, so HR has a lot of options now, right? To choose a right vendor. Okay, could it be from staffing or training or coaching or mentoring, or could it be a banker who comes and says, please open accounts for your salary accounts for your employees. Probably a healthcare specialist comes and says, we are offering insurance or okay, or come and find our hospital for all the treatments. Okay, so HR is the key person who works with a lot of vendors. Could it be co-working spaces like this, or infra companies like this, okay, corporate gifting companies. So most of these businesses depends on one person called HR. Okay, he is the one who is giving the chance to a lot of people. But the HR has a problem now. The problem statement is, he has got wider options, a lot of options to choose. Everyone comes and say, we are big, we are super, we have created something wonderful. Okay, we are the top first line of staffing company or a training company or a corporate gifting company. Or probably they depend on their colleagues or referrals. So someone referred, saying that he is my cousin, is my friend. Okay, take this. So what happens after some time when they get into a product or say a service or whatever, they might repent after some time, maybe because of the problems with after sales or quality or no response, or they might find something more better in the market. Okay, so we are coming with a solution for that. Okay, with the peer HR heads, they give the reviews. Based on the reviews, okay, the HR can select which is the right product. Okay, based on the ratings and all. For this, we are using analytics also. Okay, so this is going to be the main marketplace that we are creating for I Love HR, and also I Love HR is gonna come up with a new concept, okay, this year, where we are trying to certify the processes of human resources. Could it be from talent acquisition to exit policies? Each and every practice, okay, within your organization, whether they are on par with international standards or not. So we are working, we already have some certified auditors, we identified them an advisory council, and we are gonna certify the process. So I Love HR certified, okay, practice or process will be in place very soon. Okay, and every year we also wanted to do this practice of conducting such events and recognizing talent. HRs are just compared to mothers most of the time. Okay, we take care of our employees like mother, right? But we are not thankful. It's a thankless job, is what people say. Okay, sometimes our CEOs only doesn't recognize it. Okay, sometimes. Okay, not everyone, right? Okay, we have very good people at Sudhakar sir who recognize the HRs. Okay, so these HRs need more recognition because do a lot of things, no? Starting from policy making for the organization to formulating or looking after the employees or okay, so taking care of them. So we need to recognize and we need to recognize the talents. So I Love HR into one such platform. So there are a lot of other platforms like XHR and MHR. We do a lot of good service for the HR fraternity. But we also wanted to make a stand there and we want to make a mark and start recognizing HRs through giving them awards. And awards, again, with the criteria and assessment. Okay, nowadays we see a lot of people are getting awards and nominating them, but we wanted to come up with the assessment and criteria where we will encourage talent to apply for the award, okay, and we also recognize the right talent and give them the award. Okay. That's why the awards also need some weightage, okay, we wanted to make that. So this is all about our journey till now, okay. So I'll hand over this mic to my partner, Mr. Seshu Kandragula. Okay, so Seshu and myself have been associated for the past 18 years. Okay, so we run an organization called Point Education Consultants. Okay, now we've been into training and CRT, campus recruitment training, for the past 18 plus years, and we must have touched almost 200 plus colleges and universities across 5 states, promoting technology trainings and campus recruitment training, so soft skills. Okay, so we recently started one more EdTech company called Co-Ignite EdTech Services, which is coming as an aggregator for all the student education level. So we recently started a program 3 months back called Learnathon. Learnathon 4.0 is a combination of workshop and hackathons. Okay, so we are reaching around 1,000 colleges across India with the support of TASC from Hyderabad, Telangana Academy of Skills and Knowledge. AICT is supporting us. Okay, and NASCOM, HISIA. We also got support from NSGC, MIT. Okay, and from Andhra Pradesh also we have got support from APSSTC, AP Chambers of Commerce, okay, and AP Innovation Society, Federation of Telangana Chambers of Commerce. So a lot of organizations are supporting us, and for this we have an evidential listing that we have conducted launch programs in Hyderabad, in Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Delhi and Mumbai. For the past 3 months we've been doing launches, marketing this program. So this is again for a good cause of skilling the youth, because most of the youth nowadays in the colleges or not, you can see the kind of quality they are being offered. So we are trying to bring industry specialists. We already got approvals from 50 plus organizations. Okay, all those CTOs or CHROs are being a part of our mission. They are coming and giving guest lectures in the program and supporting the Learnathon program. Okay, so we already conducted for women colleges especially. Okay, so almost 10-15 colleges we conducted in Hyderabad. Okay, first we picked women colleges and we're doing it for free. Okay, so Seshu would explain more a bit about it. Okay, before we can start the program.
Thank you, Krish. So I'll be short, don't worry. So learnathons is a concept which we derived from, every engineering or degree student. So they usually take 2 to 3 years to become job ready. And the feeling what they carry with themselves is, we need to complete all the subjects, complete all the concepts, we should be perfect in everything, then we will get opportunities. This is one thought process. So through learnathons, if what we are proposing to students and colleges is, within 3 to 5 days, if there is an intensive program where the learning methodologies are more simple and students and learners are more comfortable with those learning methodologies, then within 3 to 5 days we can actually explain the children, students, the concepts of latest technologies like AI, robotics can be taught within 3 to 5 days. So in those 3 to 5 days, we will put 70% of the training will be the workshop, and another 30% will be the hackathon. Okay, so students also have an inhibition that I cannot participate in any competition or hackathon kind of thing because they feel they are not ready for the hackathon. That's the reason we combine the workshop and hackathon. and many students are very positively approaching and participating in these learnathons. We are proposing learnathons for corporates also very soon. So we are going to identify students who are talented, who are oriented towards learning latest technologies, and introduce them to the opportunities like internship opportunities and job opportunities. That's the reason we are tying up with the industry also. So this is the concept of Learnathon 4.0. We would be introducing other courses also like cybersecurity and business case study writing, which is very much importance for MBA and BBA students. So on these aspects also, other than IT and latest technology, we are coming up with new Learnathon topics and concepts. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, but they received me very warmly. I'm the odd man out here. See, most of you, actually, I thought of a PPT presentation, so actually I didn't prepare for talking like this, but still I try to keep it interesting and very short. So most of you are here to keep your business healthy, and my business is to keep you healthy. Okay. Yeah. See, when I was interacting with a few of the people like Geeta Jarma and sir, everybody is identifying, yeah, sir, cancer, it is the need of the hour. Because yes, previously I can tell you when I started my practice maybe 18 years back, I used to get call from some news channel, somebody, people are not interested to listen to me. Sir, cancer, sir, diabetes, doctor, if you have cardiologist, you want to listen. Cancer, we don't want to talk. At that time, yeah, it was scenario at that time, it was like that. Because maybe if you see the change in the world, because everything, see, actually this talk is totally unplanned. So I'll be going here and there, please forgive me for that. See, when you look at the history, 1970s, 60s and 70s, or before independence, people used to die of something like cholera. Now you can't imagine people dying of cholera. People used to die of tuberculosis, 1970s, 60s, 70s, die of tuberculosis. And in the 80s, people were dying of HIV. Now, do you hear anyone dying of HIV, cholera, tuberculosis? No. Nobody is dying. Yeah, somebody may be getting affected, but nobody is dying because of them. So, whole of 90s and early 2000, it was heart attack, heart. Now, we hardly listen to people dying of, the heart has to stop by many reasons, yeah. That's a different story, but we don't see people dying of heart attacks. But since last 2 decades, from 2020, it is cancer, cancer, cancer. Now I can say after road traffic accidents, cancer is the most common cause of death in world. And Asian countries are, now when you come to most common cancers, yes, in females, breast cancer is most common cancer, followed by cervical cancer. Previously cervical cancer was most common, but even now in rural areas of India, in low socioeconomic groups, still cervical cancer is very common. See, most of the people, including, sorry to say this, including MBBS graduates, most of them don't have idea about cancer because cancer is not dead at MBBS level. Only when I come to MD level only, we started learning, okay, what is cancer? So actually, it's nothing, it's very simple dynamics. It's just an imbalance in the body. So what happens every day without our knowledge, there are thousands of unwanted cells produced in the body. We are not aware of that. But the beautiful thing is we have immunity. We have something like a policeman, immunity which clears all the cells without our knowledge. Cancer is nothing but imbalance. Either there are factors which are increasing the cell growth, fast cell growth, or there are factors which are inhibiting the immunity. Either of it is just an imbalance. So let us see the risk. What are the factors which are causing excessive growth? So everybody is aware of smoking. So smoking, though we see the creators like a boring ad, it causes 90% of all cancers. And alcohol, yeah, you can have occasional alcohol, fine. Social drinking is accepted. So how do you say what is acceptable limit for you is your wife will tell what is acceptable limit for you. Okay, bas, And second thing, drugs. Drugs is a big menace now. Drugs also cause cancer. And most important thing is the food we take. We are what we eat. So I was interacting with few gentlemen. They were talking. Sir, I didn't like your name. Sir is from Kannada. His father is 92-year-old and he is very, very healthy till there. So because of the food they eat, but now what we are eating, the junk food which we are eating, the preservatives, the most deadliest thing is packed food. All packed foods contain preservatives and all preservatives are carcinogenic. We have heard from that candy, cotton candy has rhodamine cancer causing. So almost all preservatives are carcinogenic. Junk food leading to obesity. Obesity itself has so many problems, not only cancer, starting from PCOD to cancer, so many problems it creates. So they say they are afraid. They keep everything, all excuses about them. They tell factory, kids education, everything they keep hand out and they're afraid to go to doctor. Second thing is denial. See, there are a lot of social and spiritual beliefs. I keep asking some patients, why you didn't go to doctor so long? Sir, నేను పాపం చేయలేదు సార్ నాకు క్యాన్సర్ వస్తుంది ఎందుకు పోవాలి డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి సో దట్ ఈస్ అ బిలీఫ్ ఇన్ దేర్ సిస్టమ్ దట్ సంబడి does sin only they get cancer something like that. So this is the main problem in the society. So luckily most of the common cancers can be screened. So I just quickly run through the screening survey. Okay, I will not take long. See, breast cancer screening for all women above 20 years. A lot of beautiful YouTube videos are available. They should regularly go for monthly self-breast examination, and above 40 years, you should go for mammography. See, this is very, very important. See, the most common cause of cervical cancer is human papilloma infection. Almost 80% of cervical cancers are caused by HPV, and we have HPV testing and pap smear testing. Pap smear testing does help us to identify cancerous changes. These two are available for cervical cancer screening. See, though the guidelines say from the age of 21 years you should go, but at least after the age of 35 years, you should go for regular screening. Then in some centers we have both pap smear and HPV testing done. If the both are done, it is negative, you can go for screening once in 5 years. If only one thing is done, you should go once in 3 years till the age of 65 years. Similarly, somebody has history of smoking, they should go for at least yearly. Nowadays we have low dose CT scans and there is low amount of radiation exposed to the people. There are similarly colorectal cancers and prostate cancer. After the age of 50 years, you can go for regular screening. So now this is very important. Now this has become very popular in the last 5 years. Genetic testing. If somebody is having, people keep asking, sir, my mother, previously we didn't know answer for this. Somebody is asking, sir, I don't have the reason why I got cancer. We didn't have answers. Maybe a decade back, we didn't have answers. So sometimes we don't have the answers. We feel shy to accept it. They tell, you must be smoking, drinking. No, sir, I don't have. Hey, your grandfather must be having. How do you know? Because no, we don't have answers. So you just give some vague answer and escape. But now we have genetic testing. If somebody is having strong family history, with the help of germline testing, we can identify if somebody is at risk of developing a cancer. Yes, and cancer can be prevented. And I'm glad most of you who are interacting, they have good idea about it. Adopting a healthy lifestyle, trying to eat a balanced food and regular exercise. When I talk to some females, they get similar. పైకెత్తనం బట్టలు ఇంట్లో తిరుగుతున్నాం వంట చేస్తున్నాం ఇంకే ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఏంటండి సో అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ WHO says regular exercise అంటే voluntary at least 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Okay? That's the definition of it. So by regular any kind of exercise. So we can go for regular screenings and vaccination is very important. Actually, myself and the other organization, again, Krishna's instrument, we are trying to get low cost vaccination for underprivileged girls through the Serum Institute, which made indigenous cervical cancer vaccine. We have given a presentation to the government of Pondicherry recently. So they are targeting for underprivileged girls. They are trying to get low cost cervical cancer vaccination till the age of 45, from the age of 9 years.
Good afternoon. after having a full meal is really tough. I know. Anyhow, after hearing Mr. Venkareddy Garu's speech, okay, I thought even let me do some little bit of it. Okay, so I can make you clear to me. Okay. So good afternoon, one and all. And why is it that we usually don't pay attention after a lunch? Do you know? It is because of the hormone synthesis. Okay, so now our blood is directed to our digestive system and it works on it. And our brain is deprived of oxygen. That is why we tend to sleep. And it has been 25 years of me teaching, being an academician, and for the past 25 years, I'm sorry I did not take a class after lunch. And today I'm forced to. Anyhow, thank you. I should thank from the bottom of my heart Mr. Venkatamna Garu and Mr. Krish, who has given me this opportunity to be present here for this gathering. And this is, it has given me a different feeling, because all these years I was with medical people, being in the conference discussions on the health aspects, discussing with my colleagues, and today I am on par with the engineering background. I feel so. Most of you must have been from a different field. So I think, but this thing that I have chosen, the topic is corporate physiotherapy. And there is a little bit story behind this. Is my daughter. She's working for Uber company, and I wanted her to do pursue medicine, but she said, "No, I wanted to get settled quicker in life. I cannot study 13 years of medicine, and I cannot become a doctor. And after seeing you, I still don't want to work like you, because I work from morning 8 to 9:30, and I managed to take care of my children as well. And I'm proud to say that. But still, there is some bad part of thing that I could not spend a quality time with my children, and that is where she said, no, I wanted to settle down quickly. I wanted to relax. That is where, you people settle down quickly. Once after 4 years you are placed, you have placements and you're placed into your corporate field. Okay, but I'm happy about it. She got good placement. She studied in Vienna Vignan Jyoti, and she got good placement, and with a package of 12 lakhs per annum. At that amount I could get after working for 10 years of my service. It's good, I'm proud of her. But fortunately, I've been observing her since 6 months. Her charm is going. She's becoming a little chubby, and she is coming up with PCOs and all. And when I talk to her friends, most of her friends, all of them are facing the same reason. And I found that it is their sedentary lifestyle. Sitting and working for prolonged periods of time. They don't get up except for 1 or 2 seconds, just 1 or 2 minutes. They go get a cup of coffee, sit and again sit in front of the system, and they work for long periods of time. You guys, you are busy for almost 15 hours per day, or you're not at all, you don't have any work. That is the scenario that I have observed in IT profession, especially. And the main cause of all these problems, what I have observed and have been observing, is because of your sedentary lifestyle, sitting for prolonged periods without any movement. That is why movement is medicine. Am I right, Mr. Jitesh? Movement is medicine. Is the movement medicine? Movement is medicine. That's why you have to keep walking around. You need to be physically active.
Movement is life, because when a child comes out, first is the movement that a doctor sees, right? Movement is life of a human or any living organism. So move important. Very, very good.
So you have to move. You have to move. So and most of the problems are due to stress. Stress. Either it may be work stress or it might be the outside the working environment. Whatever it is, stress is the main reason for so many problems. That if you, it's like it affects each and every organ of our body. It affects the psychological as well as the physical, and both are vice versa. If you are not mentally strong, it affects your physical body. If you are not physically good, active, then it affects the psychological aspect of the individual as well. Okay, so I thought my presence or my services for the past 25 years, I'm not only as an academician, I've also worked as a clinician. Okay, and I've been working with passion. That is why I could work 25 years from morning till night without any fatigue. It's just because of not only my passion, it is also because I enjoy my surroundings, being with everybody surrounding me. Okay, I am the boss of my allied health sciences, but I still keep my employees very comfortable. That's most important, because this today gathering is about HR. When I was talking about all this with Mr. Venkatramana Garu, who was my colleague at Malarity, Malarity University, then we are thinking, sir, I have to do something. See, these are the things that are happening with the IT professionals. I think I need to enter into the IT field and concentrating on their wellness. What is wellness? Anyhow, wellness, Mr. Jitesh is doing that. What is wellness according to you people? Let us make the program a little bit interactive. What is wellness according to you?
Being well-being.
What is that well-being?
Being health of mind. Physical and mental health.
Physical and mental well-being. Okay, that is nothing but the fitness. You are active throughout the day without having any fatigue. That is a balance.
Stress-free.
Fatigue in all the aspects.
Stress-free, but it doesn't happen. Stress is bound
That
to be
doesn't
there.
happen.
Stress is bound to be there.
Of course, that is controlled again by the external factors, but you have to be fit to accept any kind of external factors that are imposing. Okay, every person has stress. Everybody. At their own level of age or at their low level of intelligence, but some come out of it very quick. Some take it into the heart and they go into depression.
You have positive stress, also negative stress. Negative stress is very dangerous. You need to have positive stress. As your academic,
Can you differentiate, sir, what is positive stress and
if
negative?
you, being academician said, when students don't take a stress, they cannot prepare well for the examination.
Yeah.
If you take it negative, then they will not get the result. So stress is not that bad. It is a necessary part of the life. But when you just corporate or non-corporate, it's still bound to be in one side.
Yeah, it is there in every field.
Nobody can take it and nobody can say I don't have stress. Because of the stress, he is saying that no stress.
Yeah, definitely. The student will definitely have stress. If he's studying the whole part of the syllabus, then he is not at stress. Or a student does not study at all, also he is not having. But the half knowledge of the person a student who have done half, they are in stress. So that is what actually we all of us are. Okay, so that is why I am here to promote the importance of corporate physiotherapy, because I feel this particular field is very much important for you. I know most of you are incorporating wellness programs and different nutritional aspects into your companies, but still there is something lacking with the system that is not driving the employees into that particular aspect. That is what, when I was speaking with all of you today morning, with some of them have expressed. We are spending so much amount, in developing the wellness programs, or we bring doctors, we bring nurses, but still the employees are not going to them. I just wanted to tell you that the system that you people are following might not be an appropriate one. Because physiotherapy, if you take, it is not a single day program. It requires an on-site physiotherapist. If a person is having any pain or discomfort, the particular employee will definitely come to be a physiotherapist, not for a single session. It doesn't go with a single session. It requires the complete removal of the cause. Only then the pain can be treated to the fullest. That is why if you see my brochure, treat not the pain alone, treat the cause of the pain. Then the person will be free of that particular problem forever. Okay, forever. And what we do is, next slide please. So how many of you here or did you experience back or neck pain?
It's common.
Experience it. At the end of the day,
Young employees at the age of 20 to 23, they will come with the excuses, work from home, why we need because of the back pain.
yes, true. That is, I'm an HR, and today I have to really, I have to impress you because that is why I'm here. I have to impress the HRs. That is why Krish has connected me to this program. I said I need to meet the HRs especially because they are the connectors between the management or and to the employees. So let us see. So what she said, absolutely right. Pain is something experienced or a discomfort by that particular person, and it might be due to so many reasons. Might be they might not like that work, or they want to escape from that, or really they are not able to take up the task effectively, or they might not like the HR or the whoever it is. I don't know your terminology, okay? So or the environment, okay? So many reasons are affecting that particular person. So that is the reason they are escaping from work, both physically and also mentally. So what is the solution for that then? And now tell me how many of you are having back pain?
Almost all, madam. Nobody can say. Everybody has. After these mobiles have come, they have developed spinal cord pain.
I don't have. Okay,
It's fast, madam. Fast statement.
what time do you sleep, madam, in the night?
12 and getting up at 6:30.
You?
Working for 10 hours.
5:30. Good. And how many of you don't sleep before 9, 12 o'clock? Please raise your hands. Night before 12 o'clock. Okay. So many things are, that's good that these people don't have a back. So I will take you as and bring you as a model man. So every one of us face one or the other problem in our lifetime. So why are the IT professionals or any industrialist also, everyone, what is the main reason behind this? These are all called musculoskeletal problems. They are not emergency or dangerous, but still they kill us, isn't it? They kill us. After 10 minutes or 1 hour of work, we feel like, or if the HR is not comfortable with the environment, what I absolutely see this sort of.
Develops anxiety. Anxiety develops.
Isn't it? So what is happening? There is a release of stress hormones that is actually causing your muscles to squeeze. Your muscles are squeezing like anything and it's pulling your spine. That is the reason. Now you have to relax. So next slide please. So did you experience any of these symptoms? Just see sharp or dull pain in the back, tension, stiffness, headache, pain coming into the legs, numbness in the arms or fingers, or pain in the joints, swelling, weakness, or pain from repetitive movements, difficulty bending, squatting, fatigue, tension headaches. Anyone have? Anyone have? When do you experience most of these symptoms? Next slide, please. No, madam. Work hazards. Yes, true. This is all work hazards. And coming to the mental symptoms, psychological indicators, it increased stress or anxiety. If an employee seems constantly anxious, overwhelmed by deadlines, or frequently stressed, it could be an indication of unhealthy work-life balance or pressure from workplace environment. Irritability or mood swings. Significant changes in mood, frustration, or irritability could or burnout or mental fatigue. Difficulty focusing or concentration might be due to mental exhaustion or stress overload. These are all the symptoms that especially employees face. That is why especially these HR people will be, they face all these complaints coming from their employees. Okay, social withdrawal, avoiding interactions with co-workers, becoming more isolated, or withdrawing from group activities could indicate emotional mood swings. Next slide, please. If an employee starts taking more sick days than usual, yes, or is constantly complaining of headaches, stomach issues, or flu symptoms, it is nothing but the physical and mental stress. Frequent cold or infections or lack of sleep can weaken the immune system, making the employee more susceptible to illness. Or even people who are working late nights or who are over enthusiastic, that is also a psychological disorder. Don't think that you are impressing your boss. It is also a psychological symptom. They cannot get up from work. They are, they continuously sit and they work. And I want one more project or I want more projects. It's nothing. It's not because they are getting perks. It's like it is also a sort of psychological disorder.
It's a socio-psycho, madam. It's not only psycho. Socio-psycho. Because to get upkeep in the society, you will do. When you will do, you are troubling yourself, and the society won't give you nothing.
Yes.
So why to bother about society? Bother about yourself, myself. So that's a big problem of this 21st century people.
True. Okay. Or insomnia means who is not able to sleep or irregular sleep. Okay. Or oversleeping is also a sign of stress or anxiety. Restlessness, exhaustion, cynicism or detachment. People come to you, madam, why did you give me? I see no madam or sir. Everyone address them by their name in a corporate. Why are you giving me an extra work? Only am I the one to do your work? So that is the thing that is called cynicism or detachment or lack of motivation. So these are all the psychological factors that these employees face. So these are all called musculoskeletal disorders. So employees with musculoskeletal disorders reported 25% increase in work productivity due to pain and discomfort. So workplace musculoskeletal disorders cost business billions annually lost. So companies will be spending so much of amount on this employees' well-being. Okay, so how to cut down that cost? How do the companies have to cut down that cost? So we are going to see in the next slide. Any ideas? Any ideas how to cut down the cost of the employees spending on employees? Any ideas? Already you are all implementing wellness programs and all, isn't it? Sir, you being a wellness expert, okay, you are working in the IT. You are working on the IT employees or in?
I work on all human beings.
Okay, good. Okay, that is what I have been doing all these years. Okay.
It's the time management.
It is the time management. So
Time management. Time management.
Okay. Okay. So I have a solution for you, and I'm here to help you out for that. That is corporate physiotherapy. So what is that? It is an excellent solution to address both the physical and psychological status of an individual by incorporating this. What are the types of physiotherapy services can help out with these employee-related physical disorders? On-site physiotherapy clinics, ergonomic assessments, and workplace modifications. Most important, and preventive health and wellness programs. As we know, prevention is always better than cure. I get so many patients coming from Infosys, Vortisa, TCS, and many more. Okay, once they come to me, by the time 50% of the damage would have occurred in their body. Okay, and it's difficult for us to treat, but it takes approximately 1 month for us to treat. It's always better, the earlier the better. So before that, can be incorporated in the workplaces so that their body will be flexible and also the blood circulation also will be improving in these people. All the tissues will be good enough to receive that oxygen and the brain will be very sharp and they will be very physically active. I am telling you, physical activity or 20 minutes of walking a day for 3 days a week. You guys, it works like a miracle. How many of us do we walk in the mornings? Good. Next are virtual PT sessions. I don't believe in virtual PT sessions because this online classes and all does not give that much effect. Some people listen or some people will sleep during the classes. It is always best to have a one-on-one session always. That's where it works out. Next. So what we do, we take first the initial assessment have to be taken in the workplace and see what are the employee needs. Then we have to tailor a individualized program for each and every employee and then based on that implement the treatment and then we also have to take the continuous monitoring and feedback. How was your condition before and what it is after the session. Okay, so that how it helps. What are the benefits of this corporate physiotherapy for employees? Reduced pain and discomfort, improved posture and mobility, enhanced mental well-being. For employers, it is lower absenteeism and sick leaves, increased productivity and efficiency, and enhanced employee satisfaction and retention. So I think this the employer really needs, isn't it? Next slide. So statistics on cost savings from reduced absenteeism, improved productivity metrics, enhanced workplace morale and employee retention. That is the ROI of physiotherapy services in companies. So now it is being recognized being recognized as a key component of employee wellness programs. That is why corporate physiotherapy, especially I am telling you on-site physiotherapy, the physiotherapy should be available at on-site. So whenever he should be available to the employee first, to the person who is having problem. Not 1 day or 2 days of physiotherapy sessions will never work out. That is why always go for on-site physiotherapy. And in addition to that, you have to go with group therapy sessions as well. Group sessions, exercise sessions, okay, which are more active, like with lot of joy. It is not like you do that, you move your hand, you move your leg, that doesn't work out. It should be more interesting. Okay, it should be like a group, like what Jitesh has made. Tap your foot, everyone has tapped. It should be like that, more interesting. Next slide. See this Deloitte, I am giving you some examples of corporate companies. No, I am cautious of that. Thank you, sir. No, I'm giving you some example of corporate companies who have incorporated this corporate physiotherapy and they have found the solution and they found the result. What is the Deloitte? They have incorporated wellness programs like on-site physiotherapy services, individualized assessments, posture correction, ergonomic workshops, and treatments to address these problems. Key result is reduced sick days, higher employee satisfaction, and increased productivity. Good. Next slide, please. Google also has incorporated on-site physiotherapy clinics where the employees received economic advice, stress relief techniques, and treatments. So the result is reduction in work-related injuries, boosted morale and engagement, enhanced work-life balance. Next, Boeing. This is an aerospace manufacturing company where they incorporated on-site physiotherapy and economic training, workshops on injury prevention, and the result is decreased injury rates, reduced workers' compensation costs, enhanced employee performance of their employees. Next. Likewise, Unilever. Next slide. Microsoft. So I have given you some of the examples where they have incorporated things like incorporated corporate physiotherapy and where they have found very positive results from the employees. So next slide. So then what are you waiting there? So I always wish, that the employees' well-being is the company's pride and prestige. Okay, trust us. Really trust me, I'm telling you, just 3 months of physiotherapy, that is 12 weeks of physiotherapy, twice in a week, for 15 to 20 minutes, you will really see a positive change in the health. Okay, and as well as the psychological status of that particular human. And if you are interested, we are there to help you and how to tailor a corporate physiotherapy program specifically to the needs of that company. And thank you so much for all of you for patience listening, and thank you Krish once again.
I want to study, and that is my interest, and that is my passion. What is that you want to study? 10th standard. She passed out only 7th and she came for a spinning mill work. She started working in the mill. She gets a daily small amount. All she had requested was, sir, can you please sponsor my education? Right? What did he do? He got an idea. Let me try to sponsor the education to all the workers, all the women workers. There are so many women workers are there. Until now, he educated more than 27,000 people. And some of them are gold medalists, some of them are, they are civil service, some of them are working as nurses. There are wide variety of people. And what we think about all the HR guys, we think about if we train, they will leave. What happened about the attrition? Attrition was a normal attrition only. What they do, one person going out, he is telling in the village, there are 2 or 3 people are coming. One person going out, 2 or 3 people are coming. His cost is always maintained at low. And all he did was sponsoring their education from almost a 10th standard to PG level. And he provided yoga, meditation, multiple other, handicrafts related. He brought a lot of vocational courses as well. Gentlemen, here is the guy who transformed everything. He says that if the woman is educated, the whole family is educated, the woman is employed, she will be able to bring a lot of things. Thank you. So look at the good side of things, right? We only look at the small thing, right? The cost side of the multiple things. Just look at it brings the real impact, right? Who wants the next story? Really? I will end with this one story. I have so many like this, but I will end with one story. And who would want the last story? I could not. Really? She says that, can I hear from you? Yes. Okay, so much. Thank you so much. Okay. How many of you have seen the God? How many of you have seen God? How many have you seen God? Only Gita Murthy garu has seen. 2 people, 3 people. Really? Can you please show the God here? Is that can I just? I also believe in God, by the way. I never saw God. No, thank you so much. Okay. We will give her a chance, and I'm sure she will come back. Meanwhile, can you please keep something ready so that she can take the marker and point it. Guys, the story goes like this, and it's a real story. It is whatever I told you so far. There are 2 stories that are different, and KP Ramaswamy is a living story, continue to happen. The other story is also happened in Alibag. Alibag is next to Mumbai. Dr. Subhash Mange joined newly in a hospital as a doctor. And one fine day, there was a bull-hit lady comes with the bleeding to the hospital, saying that she got a pregnancy after 11 years of her marriage. The entire family wants her. She need to, they were looking for a baby, and they were saying that it is going to be a precious baby in their family, happening after almost several years. So what happened? She was walking she was going to a vegetable market and going back home. That is where a bull hit her. When the bull hit, the baby fingers came through a uterus out. Please hear carefully. And then this Subhash Mange was being asked by the husband to save the baby and mother. And in-law side they were asking, please save the baby. and the lady side, they were asking that please save a daughter. What was happening is that the fingers were coming out. It was a scary moment for the doctor also, and he do not know how to operate or how to put them back. And that is the fine moment that he was searching. It took about more than 2 hours. He didn't have any solution. He was going through all the videos and books and all. He was not able to get anything. He was making frantically calls to his colleagues and professors and everyone. No clue. He was scared and he was almost feeling that both the baby and mother may lose their life in next few hours. At that moment, a senior nurse comes and murmurs in his ears, saying that, "Sir, aise karo." And immediately he takes a scissors, he heats up and takes close to the fingers, and it goes inside. And at that moment, he sees it. He closed the dress, and that is where he says that exactly after 3 more months, the lady gave a birth to a baby boy, and they come to celebrate that. And at that time, he had the tears in his eyes, saying that, "Who saved that baby? Who saved that baby?"
God.
You all agree?
God saved the God.
Nurse. Who's the God? Who's the God? You have seen the God? Who is the God?
God is invisible.
Nurse is the God.
It's invisible.
Please remember, guys, you have so many miracles happening next to you. You can really see a God. And I can see, you can see, we all can see God. Provided we are conscious to the surrounding what is happening. A lot of moments that happens, most of the time, is, I said right, I mean myself, my mobile, and most of the time I'm not conscious. When I'm not conscious, I miss those precious moments. With that note, my friends, and these stories are, I want to stop those stories in the paucity of time. I have a few takeaways from the whole thing. That a humanizing workflows is not just about a moral, imperative. It is a business imperative. Let us understand that it is not just about only a moral imperative. It is about a social and business imperative. And the holistic approach combined with the well-being, purpose, flexibility and inclusivity are very well needed and integrated in an organization. And leaders must prioritize empathy, active listening, open communication and transparency in their dealings. That is where companies would be more human-centered. With that note, thank you so much and wishing you all a very happy week. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
The HR person and then to be a business person myself. And thank you so much for this opportunity. I think I'm the second time I'm participating in this icon event, and I wish all the best. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Elton Nathan and I'm in a spot. Alright, I can connect on LinkedIn. I mean, that's the best way to introduce myself, and I love to interact as well on chat. So let's connect there. It's Elton Ron Nathan. I'm already in the spot, so I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to just pass on the mic to Roshni, and I'm sure she's going to take it over. But I do represent Apollo. I work with Apollo. I cannot forget that.
Alright, let's get started with our discussion. I think the audience is eagerly waiting to hear from all of you all. So my first question is to Emmanuel. Your role focuses on developing talent. Do you think the success rate of getting the right talent has gotten better over the years? What do you think has contributed to it either way?
Alright, so if I look at how the talent scale has been changing over a period of years, this question reminds me that I was doing my graduation, and one of my classmates said that, "Hey, I got an opportunity to work with Dell." That time it was a BPO. So getting an opportunity to Dell and going through JKC, like Journal Knowledge Center training program, and getting a job into BPO was a great achievement. I'm talking about 20 years back history. India started with that talent pool, and if we look at the way how talent pool has evolved, from BPO to KPO and VPN, and today we talk about GCCs. And how I have seen the last 20 years, from India being considered as someone who can do a back-end job or a service work, and today we have reached a talent pool where we are talking about building the entire capability of an organization, including even Fortune 500 companies. If you look at the GCCs and also the recent budget, which the finance minister is also talking about, even developing the talent and infrastructure in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. So the point what I'm trying to talk about over here is the talent pool has and what has contributed towards that, and why today India and the hiring or the talent acquisition. I don't say it's a easy job to do. Hiring and retention is one of the tough jobs. When the talent pool is large pool of talent is available, what has led to is something is if I look at the ecosystem around universities, the way how universities has transformed themselves in providing a better education is one, two, the training institutions and the certifications and the edtech companies has contributed tremendously, and that's where we see the talent pool has changed and the talent acquisition has also been very effective because of the ecosystem and the tools. Today, not only the tools are intelligent, even the candidates are also intelligent. They have been trained by GPTs or by even DeepSeek, right? They have been trained how to crack the interviews, not just the students, even the leaders are also looking at how we can crack the interviews. So, if I look at the evolution from BPO to GCC, the talent pool is amazing, and how, as a recruiter, if I'm looking at hiring them, has changed completely. So this is what I can add to start up the conversation.
Thank you. All right. My next question is to Meera. We talk about evolution, right? And clearly, with your exposure across the fraternity, not just meeting all the HR leaders, but also the business leaders, you stand at an advantage point to see the flow and the changes. According to you, which are the top one or two disruptions in the talent acquisition process, and what do you think would be your recommendations to sail through them?
So, fantastic question. So, I think one answer is very easy to check the keywords, which is AI and automation. So, that is one distinction that's really helping all the companies out, and we are still evolving. And this going to, over this tag on the story which, Vivian was talking about GCC, because the complications which the GCC had, as far as talent acquisition is concerned, is going to be more complicated. So HR also need to evolve, and the tool also need to evolve, because today we are talking about tools which can give probably in a 2 hours time whatever the resume you wanted to become your table. That is the kind of tool which people are using, and the automation is really high. But that is all internal. But I am sure when it comes to DCC, there will be more evolving because the complications are more, because you are also answerable to your clients and other people yourself. So that is number one decision which I see. The number two decision which I will see is basically on the hiring side. So I think we need to evolve. I think after the COVID has happened, recruitments are not the same. People are not asked to come to the office, but because people want to work on flexi hours and things like that. So I think the second option, reception should be having the behaviors on HR with their recruiting new talents, specifically in people.
Interesting. That's a fresh perspective. Thank you. My next question is for Sita. So you had an extremely focused experience with talent acquisition, right? What according to you has been the most impactful evolution in talent acquisition? And if you could share some of the examples that you've experienced.
Thank you, Roshni. So when I look back at the topic of the discussion is about today's workforce is having a confluence of both millennials and Gen Z. But honestly speaking, according to me, if I look back into time, and I've traversed all this while, 20 years, 21 years in experience. When I compare with the Gen Z, to give some context, more or less, the generation are different with everything. There's a lot of conversations around Gen Z generations, but according to me, think radically, putting it a little more simplified. Some in case we put ourselves into their their places and listen to them, then I don't think so. There's a workforce have to be. It has to be made simpler, more meaningful. I see a lot of talent acquisition trends with coming up time. One way I put myself also the part in our ecosystem. One is the purpose and the value systems and organizing practice. That's very important today. Everybody is looking at. Even me today, because I have a son who is 12 years old. My organization focuses on 3 E's, which is environment, education, and empowerment, and your organization focuses on social and governance. If there's a power message where organizations are focusing to create a positive impact through its people, with a combination of both technology and philosophy, that organization thrives. And employees do join you, candidates do join you, employee contributes to those social activities, and they feel happier, more happy. Number two, according to me, is the, I think many of you spoke about the work-life balance and flexibility. I'll take my own thing as an example. While organizations are focusing on hybrid model, 3 days working from home, 3 days working from office, 2 days working from home, plus minus. There are certain roles can play the role working from home, right? What we should focus is on the result-oriented outcomes. And that's the we should continue on the balance between the discipline and commitment and help people when they really need some support. Of course, we need to focus on the outcomes. So that's what I call it result-oriented. So try to manage organizations saying certain work-life balance and certain life. Try to manage it creatively so that you don't really disturb certain things. In fact, when you're dealing with Gen Z, you're dealing with millennials, everybody has expectations. Everybody wants to work from home. Everybody wants to work in office. And everybody's confidence is different. So everybody's backgrounds are different. Like, go back, you put yourself on that one is try to have some joy of videos. Right? Try to help them. Right? Not to put your own business, try to listen from their business, what's problem they have, what problems they have, what other issues. Try to balance, and then I think that's the second way you should effectively manage. The third is, I'm not short, I think Dr. Mia spoke about AI, but I twist it slightly in recruitment. It's the digital fast recruitment approach. The last few years of a lot of evolution of happening in recruitment, and what most important is creation definitions. And they look for the AI source tools, they look for a best interview management organization. There's a lot of qualification product and activity to happen. How do you make sure that you have high scale in the organization, speed in terms of data, and the same time quality of work. So bring all these three things, speed, scale, quality, and compliance. Make sure that your recruiters are getting that knowledge of social skills, right? You teach them, right, at the way of life, that a lot of issues, change management, and we go through is like people not accepting because of the last one is tomorrow, right? In management, I think these three trends I should say, right? Picking up in terms of the evolution of analytics. That's my point.
Thank you. That was good. All right. My next question is for Elton. The next question I have for is Geeta. Either as an independent HR advisor, in your experience, how do you see the new recruitment tools that are automating a lot of efforts of the recruiter? What would you say is the state of these tools contributing to bring right talent?
I look like a Nagaswaram artist today, holding like this. So, yeah, all of us HRs play a lot of music, right? And we do dance to the tunes of others for sure. We have our decisions. We reserve our decisions. We counsel. We coach. Coming back to Roshni's question. So, I resonate with all of you here. Going back to my days, we used to call it, hiring cycle. We never use these terms like talent management, talent technique, all that. I guess we have moved from the traditional approach to hiring to something like ATS today. So before even I talk about ATS, many number of things that have come. If I go back to the 8 years, last 8 years of mine in my career, I really found that the screening selection process, all this really had a quick turnaround. And I praised my recruiter saying, you know what, you have no job. Let the screening happen elsewhere, but you do some really informed decisions. You concentrate on the selection of the right candidate. Of course, the tool will give you a talent pool. How effective or efficient the tool is depends on the recruiter or the team of talent acquisition to know if this setup tool is the right one or not. So, whether the success rate and all that, my peers have told me that tools are great and 60% is what is being talked about as a success rate. But if you ask me my experience, I will not put some percentage there. I would just say that it's a good match between the talent acquisition team and how to use the tool that is presented to them and to be more efficient. So I guess we need to have a good mix of both.
Interesting. Thank you. And just hold the mic a little far for everybody. Yeah. Not closer. That's what he said.
But if I'm not holding it, we are not audible.
Gentlemen, please fix it. All right. So my next question is for Srinivas. How do you think the employer branding has evolved, and what do you think is the impact that it's making in the talent acquisition process?
Sure, I think that's the question which I'm going to talk about. Thanks for this question for us. How many people know this term called neighbors me voters prime for Gen X 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, it's a Unveiling. But just before Unveiling, we had two other TVs also. Do you know what those TVs were? Perfect. There he goes. I think he's a good age. You there. Easy TV was something which had a maximum sales. Then came Diana, which had the color TV that kind of came in. But Onida had this devil coming and promoting the TV in such a way that people just wanted to go and work for the company for whatever reason. Okay, while they didn't make it big, we don't know, but the brand they created is still there in the minds of the people, right? So I'll go back to branding evolution. The first employer branding was coined in the year 1996 in the marketing industry by two people called Dalu and Emma. And then for some reason they introduced that to HR. Said that let's kind of package something, sell it in such a way that we can attract talent. Then came Abbas and Tiku, who said that hey, you want to create an identity and we create some competitive advantage and let's sell this. And then Roscoe came and said somewhere in 2009, let's use this to attract and retain talent. So if you look at employer branding, when you put all of these things together, in 2010, 2011, great places to work and come and said, we will give you the trust index, come and be on our platform, we will tell you the whole world what is your employer branding. With that, the evolution has come. So that's the first part of the evolution. Now coming to the hiring practices around this, I'd just like to quote something which happened way back in 1998, was my first job.
So I joined this company and it was so difficult to explain to my parents what I was working. Right? Having put this statement, I said that I work for this company which has clients of different companies. They serve different customers and we serve those customers. And that's the evolution of BPO, right? So difficult. And I had targeted hiring 25 people a week, which is 100 people a month. I had to tell the same story so that they can go back to their parents and come back. So packaging this whole part of telling what your job is, what is your compensation, and then what are the facilities we provide. That became a big thing. In Chennai, those days in '98, there used to be this vans called the Matador vans. We had these vans that were running all over Chennai. People know that these vans are going. This is company's van is going, and they were the ones who were hiring 100 people a month. So creating that brand value without advertising was also a good approach. But today, with so many platforms, the influencers are becoming your voices. Give the right messages to your influencers. Your LinkedIn posts are becoming, the voice of the customers, right? And voice of the a lot of job seekers. Go ahead and tell what your company is doing and put it in the right format and putting in the purpose of what is the purpose of your company. You become a brand, and we need not do hunting, right? They will come automatically to your phone. Having said that, what is the impact that employer branding creates? There are only three impacts. One, we will reduce the cost because we are not doing research. The resumes are landing with us. Time to hire or time to build becomes quicker because we have the right ability, passion for the company, they know what to do. And last but not the least, you have everywhere that you want to come. So these are the impacts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I request the folks standing behind respect the panel and the stage and the people who want to pay attention to this? Maintain silence, please. Request you to please take your seats and attend on to this panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Jitesh. And thank you, Srinivas. That was interesting. All right. On that note, coming to Meera, I have a question following up from there. The hiring markets are only getting competitive with the aggressive employer brandings that we see, right? What do you think that the companies can do differently in this race of attracting and retaining the right talent?
Thank you for the question. I think, the recruitment actually starts from the HR of the company going ahead and doing an interview and things like that. But I have been lately working with companies where the companies are itself finding it very, very difficult after giving the appointment order also. Within 45 days, they get 70% of the people who are not joining them. Now, this is a serious problem. I'm not sure how many of the panel people agree on this, but a couple of days back, I was having a conversation with one of the CHRO of the company. He said, the minute we give the interview service, the offer letter, 45 days we can't wait. So we have reduced our timing from 45 days. Within a week, they have to join. That is what they are doing. But it created another problem. Even if they are joining within a week, they are not staying back in the company not for more than a month. So if the people wanted to leave, whether you give them after 45 days or within a week, they leave. So there is a typical problem here. So the problem is not the recruitment process or not the problem with the HR. I go back to the roots. Roots are the colleges, where the students are studying. So that is where we have to get involved. For example, previous year we did work with Palo company where we invited a lot of top level university and did a research and study with them, understanding what is the student's requirement is. And first of all, corporates are requiring a lot of things, the expectations are there. Likewise, from the student side also, you have to really go ahead and see what is their expectation. Because you go ahead and offer them something, but they are not wanting to do that, they want to do something else. So I think this is going to be keeping on evolving from the day one. But I think the recruitment process should start when the student is joining the college itself. That is going to be the deep dive. For example, you spoke about employer branding. He also spoke about employer branding. But if you go ahead and ask the student, would you like to work for a very well-led brand? Today I am talking about the new generations which are coming in. If I go and talk to a 10th or 12th standard student, he will say, I am myself a brand. For them, to get into the Instagram, to go a YouTube channel, to open his own channel and to be seen to the world, he is not working on Microsoft, So he is telling, I will have a million followers. You understand where the gap is? So the gap is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And we have to keep evolving ourselves in knowing what is the challenge, how we are going to solve this. But I think right now we are still working only on the surface level with the university. So for this, three people need to come together. One is the student, another one is the college and university themselves, and then the industry themselves. That is when you can solve the problem. And it is going to be very dynamic when compared to one college to another college, to one region to another region. What is there in Bangalore will not be suitable for Hyderabad. What is suitable in Hyderabad will not be same for Coimbatore. So tier 2, tier 3 cities and all aspirations are different. Yeah. So I don't know how you are going to plug in that. Might be, I think most of the corporates are also looking at if the talent is really good. If you are hiring the talent through your hackathon or something like that. But if they want to still be an entrepreneur, then how to encourage them to be an entrepreneur but still serve the company. That is also something which many of the top companies started doing it. So if you will get a lot of these ideas if you are going to talk to the students. So I think you need to start with them.
Yeah.
You need to start with them.
Yeah. Thanks. That's an interesting perspective. Bringing that, and of course, because students are very, very conscious about the skills they're picking up, right? With that, I would like to ask you, Sita, the skill gap is a common challenge across all the companies today, right? What do you think the talent strategies how can that be reshaped to bridge the gap?
I think this spoke about initially the research. I think Mira initially spoke about the other description is skill-based. Hiring or skill-based training inside the organization. Right? So I think organizations which are trying to keep pace. I'll quote a quick example. I think 2024 somewhere I read. All of you must be knowing Elon Musk. SpaceX because that to Delhi in 1 hour. So that's the speed at which the world is traveling. How organizations can keep up the pace is something we will discuss here also. They keep pace with the industry and create a big skill taxonomy. So what I mean by skill taxonomy is, you recruit people, technologists, and definitely you need to have a very baseline of what large practices that you want building for your customers. And example that you create 15 large service lines, digital engineering, digital assurance, which is testing, just giving some names, right? And you create a lot of competencies, right? It's important that every individual is looking for learning, right? If I try to look at learning myself for an executive program, I would go to an institute and I would love to have a so likewise, innovators who are coming into the organization with your aspirations, even to really sit and build good personalized, syllabus for them. And it's important that you get a good, robust learning around this large practices, competencies, tag them to different competencies, make sure that the industry is moving with regards to how with a lot of the projects. I come from an IT industry. A lot of the projects are cloud-based environment. How your employees are getting that training, personalized training, getting them a pat on the back, right? Getting more certifications done. Are they able to get some gap? Right? The close mentoring is important. Right? While you have a good process in place, it's important to have mentoring. So in the puzzle world, it's important that mentor needs to really focus with the mentee and understand is that person really progressing every quarter on quarter. My voice is on.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So I think it's important to have a mentor and mentee relationship around skill-based training program and have a robust where today, people are looking at micro-blogging sites because my son look at, YouTube, etc. because he's not having time to look at LinkedIn, right? So the point is, every organization are looking at 1 hour capsules, 30 minutes capsules for people to get trained on certain skill sets because we're not looking at technical expertise anymore, we're looking at somebody for potential. So can I look at the 30 minutes training on this area? Can I look at 1 hour training on this area? It's important that, this is how you build your, skill-based gap within your organization. It's evolving.
All right, bring that to my next question to Srinivas. Obviously, we have adapted a lot of new age practices. That also brings us to the gig economy, right? What would you see is how is the gig economy impacting the long-term hiring strategies?
Okay, that's a very tough question. For a lot of people who would like to understand gig economy, the gig economy involved in the music industry. Okay, we're not even prepared for that. Monday to Friday, kind of do your regular job, Saturday, Sunday, take your guitar and drums, go a gig, make some money. Over a period of time nowadays, I think it's the other way around. You play music Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you do your regular job. That's how it's kind of working, and it's going to be very hard. Can we take the jobs, right, to the students while they are studying, right? Part-time. Can that part-time be called a gig? I don't know. So for a lot of things, I don't know, it's the first thing. The second thing, we need to be very clear in terms of what is that we want from it. Okay, if it's a music, we go, okay, we want a Bollywood music, or we want a rock music, or it just means music. So in the gig economy, we have to be very clear what is that you want from the artist. The artist here is our resource, right? So I'll just give you a slight definition for all the people who are here from the talent acquisition space. Resources are available in abundance. Everybody is available. It's our job to get the talent. Right? That's job one. Job two, the talent is split into two areas, right? One, talent which is deployable, talent which is not deployable. So where is it you want to work, you have to figure it out, right? But the deployable talent are your regular workforce. Can pass only in one subject because you can't expect all the students to pass in one subject, right? Is that the kind of space that you are typically in? Create a job description, you have it going. Second thing, which I already spoken about, we have brand in place, the job description in place, people are looking at. The third thing is, what kind of efficiency that you are looking at. Fourth, how much time do you want the person in your team? 5, how can you integrate your full-time employers with this gig economy workers? If you're not able to integrate it, you get into a problem. Because gigs are the folks who go out and they're coming, whereas your full-time employees are still. If you put all of these things together, that itself will become your gig economy strategy. So just to give us some stat before I close, 65% of the people who want to work for Grant, 84% of the employed talent, they would like to gel for better. That's what stats. Okay. The second stat which I'm going to give is 39% of the US employable workforce are doing this. Right? And that's a huge number. The total value of the gig economy is 1.3 trillion. Right? If you're able to tap into something that also we have our media strategy because whatever we catch up late, but once we catch up, we are like push forward.
Yeah.
The fire. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Srinivas. So I have last 2 questions to Geeta and Emmanuel, but in interest of time, we'll want you to give us very crisp answers. What would you think, Geeta, is one key risk on relying heavily on the data and technology in recruitment?
All of us who thought about data-driven recruitment process, actually I have seen talking about universities that job descriptions are very important. Now, the major risk I saw, which is in the recent past, smart candidates. Keywords are picked from the job description and they are tailored for each job they apply. How many of you agree with me? They are tailored for that
Yeah.
particular job and they apply. They don't mind taking AI help. They take AI help and tailor their, and all these interviews that go through after the selection, you're not saving time because of the tool. You're actually wasting your time. Your recruiters are doing a deep work. Yeah, and there are leaders who come back to the team and say, why did you even waste my time? He's wrong, she's wrong candidate. Where is the problem? It's not the tool. And it's not the TA team. It's just that what I mentioned in my earlier point, it's a good mix of technology and the human. Where is the culture we talked about? Does AI identify the culture? No, right? How can it talk about emotions that we HR folks, most of you senior people here, we talk so much about that culture. And I think we will all agree that culture and trust, they go hand in hand, right? So if you don't present yourself or leaders don't come across like the ones they want to attract, the tool nor the team cannot bring in the right people. So I just want to add a humor to the end of my point. Some of us did a short film long back and we told that Veera was talking about people who don't join even in 1 week's time. So I was reminded that my own organization which I work for earlier, the day of the joining, the employee was onboarded and the next day the person has absconded, right? So many of you are facing is it because of the tool or is it because of the DAT? It's not either. It's just that, and we have, most of you have introduced this, other than the tool, the HR team will be asking the managers, first-line managers, to talk to the candidates who get selected. The TA team will have one portal who will nudge each manager and say, please call, talk. Hope he comes to office. What is this? It's not that. And I surely agree with Srinivas who talked about the ranking. So all this is a package. All of us have talked about the package in a very good proportion. So coming to that quote, I consider myself as a recruiter and I consider yourself as a manager, right? So you call me on my extension and say, where is the candidate? As a recruiter, I say, it's in the parking lot. So you as a manager say, in our parking lot or in another company's parking lot.
That's some humor to it. All right, that brings me to realize that how we've changed from like being process oriented to experience oriented. My last question is to Emmanuel, and I know we're between you and the lunch, but I promise there's a fun rapid fire that I put your panel members on spot over here after this question. All right, Emmanuel, how do you think the candidate expectations have changed that we've spoken about over the time? How do you think the organizations are keeping up with this? Is there a gap that you still see?
The candidate experience, right? Yeah. Okay, great. So I think I opened the remarks and I'm closing the remarks.
Yes,
last.
absolutely.
Right? Okay, great. So, how many of you are here in the HR department? Not into TA, not into hiring. Okay, what are the top 3 reasons why your employees are leaving? Quickly. What are the top reasons why? Top 3. Culture. People. Manager. Yes. So when the candidates are joining, right, the expectations have changed. Now we see the job opportunities are plenty. I represent the IT industry, right? I can talk about the IT industry. So the opportunities are abundant. And now, when we look at the way how the future of work is changing, today AI agents have been built. Will I have my job after 2 years? Because all the AI agents are being in place. So what else I can be doing? So the company which I work for, IBAN, when the AI agents are already in place, will I have an opportunity to do some R&D What is the culture of the organization? Will it help me to grow in learning multiple things? And then, that's the first thing, as rightly mentioned, right? The culture. Second is, how many of you are on LinkedIn? Okay, so be careful. If you are a manager, a candidate joining before you, they are asking, whom am I going to report?
Yeah.
Okay, which team? Then they go reach out to their alumni. They're going to ask the culture about you and me. Is it okay to work with him? Because now with the digitalization, everyone is available on the social media and getting information about you and me is at the tip of the finger. Okay? The next one is on the benefits.
Right.
We all know about the benefits. COVID has taught us many, many things about well-being, right? And what kind of benefits will I get to my family? Am I going to learn something new when I join your organization? Will you give me certification? How many of people are traveling on-site these days? Very
few. Very few.
In the past, people used to ask, say that, are you going to give us on-site?
Yeah.
When will I travel on-site? Now there is no even culture of an on-site, right? Everything is now, not many people are traveling. Business travels have come down. So to summarize, one is the culture of the learning. With AI agents coming in, will I have an opportunity to learn and grow? And the second is obviously the manager and how the manager and the team has been there. And the third one is the benefits.
Yeah.
This
Thank
is what
you.
I can.
Thank you for summarizing on that. And with this, I come to the last rapid fire question. Jitesh, I'll keep this really quick. You want to say something? Yeah, okay, before I move there, do you have any questions for the panel over here? We are open to a quick Q&A. Yep.
We want the audience to be very active for public questions, please.
This question is to the director, mainstream, right, Mr. Elton, I think.
all the questions to Elton.
Now, when you spoke of soft skills being the main skill required, say 30 to 35, which specific soft skill will you put your finger on?
Great question. I would definitely, like I always say, I'm a advocate for trust. I would say building trust is the main thing, and you can do that only if you build empathy within the organization. So, as a leader, make trust a competency.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence is definitely part of everything, but trust is something which comes from inner. It's so okay. Let me put something more into this. There are 4 core credibilities of every individual that needs to stem out. It starts with character, which is not seen, and the character basically is the integrity of a person. So how do we build the integrity of a person? Because that is not what's seen. You need to ensure that everyone are aligned to what they cannot see and ensure that things are going right. They're walking the talk. The next part of character is your intent. What is the intent with everything that you do? If you're having an R&R that you're doing for your employees, what is the intent of it? Is it because you want him to stay back? Or is it that you really value that person and that you want him to feel engaged with the organization? The next is your competencies, and that's where your skills come in. And definitely, like everyone, we want skills to be part of an organization. We just don't want to go by here, say, Meera said that, okay, Roshni is a really good person to hire, so I'm hiring her. No, I also have to look at her skills. It takes both the character and the skill, right? So, what are the skills of the person, of the leader that's bring to the table? And finally, is the results. So, it's your integrity, intent, your skills, and finally your results of what the leader can get to the table. When you put these 4 core credibilities to the table, you know that you can build trust. And trust is around many behaviors as well, and that's a whole new story that I can get into. But build on the 4 core credibilities, make trust your competency, and that's how you can move forward.
Well, sir, you've been a yoga bar for yourself.
I gave the answer.
Hi. This is for all the panel in general. So, we have been talking about a lot of things with respect to hiring, but what the process is, what does it take to be hiring a good employee. But, this comes from a little technical point of view. We know AI agents have been taken over. We know there are a lot of AI automations that are in place, right? So, how comfortable do you think would you be? Because, with AI coming into the picture, it is not just sourcing and hiring, but it is also very minute or micromanagement with every analytics being in place, right? You know how much that person has worked. Right? It is like reached down to every single. So how open would you guys be to implement that kind of, or how do you think that micromanagement will take a toll on the overall well-being of the employees?
That's micromanagement, right? Yes. Micromanagement doesn't come into play here. And personally and professionally, I feel that it is your personal ethics that counts, and it is that you want to make it big, right? It's not that the organization is like pushing you to make it big. So what does it do? What does it take to make it big? You need to be updated, isn't it? You need to upskill sometimes, you have to relearn sometimes, you have to unlearn sometimes, isn't it? All of us sitting here would have unlearned certain things, right? And we keep, it is nothing like a no rocket science for us because we have a huge experience hands-on. So picking up things would be it's just in fingertips, and we will not shy away from updating ourselves. Any number of times I've talked to the Gen Zs and Alpha. I learn a lot whenever I interact with them. So I learn, so I give and I learn. So it is like a give and take for me, and I feel that it is first personal discipline, personal ethics. Your will to adapt, your will to adopt to the changes, and make sure that you are not running a race. You are doing your own walk to the career ladder. You learn, you update, you upskill, you are there.
It's about micromanagement. Yeah, it's about micromanagement, right? I would like to add my comment. Are you aware of Agile, Scrum, and everything, right? It's all about mindset. Now, the future of work, the mindset of every one of us, including me and you, the mindset is going to be very, very important because all our footprints are tracked. So, employee mindset and the employer and the manager mindset has to be now open-minded. Otherwise, in the agile world, people are not going to pay much attention towards what processes, which data is captured, what time you're coming in, what time you're going out, right? All those things will not be a day-to-day business as usual. That's the comment what I can add. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a last question, right? I think, what two suggestions or advice you want to give to a company head who is running an organization like company, right? So, what are two basically inputs somebody has to focus as an AI in the future?
Which one?
It's my own thing I was listening to. I'll start from the previous gentleman who asked this question. Setting some context. I think all of you know that talent management or talent management models are changing. Businesses are changing. Change is only constant. You have nano teams, you have diverse teams, you have remote teams. And all these teams have to be excelling different problems, right? Different places. So today, differently, technology is vital. It's important for, I will talk now from a recruitment standpoint. It's important for a recruiter, it is also recruited by heart. How am I, making a recruiter? Changing. Early adopter versus slow adopter. Number two is, again, with these systems in place. Today, what is more prevalent, which is very prominent, is a position. Once upon a time, it was a nice to have. Today, it has become very, very important. According to me, the recruitment process, two things very important for the organization. I'm sorry, we're not able to hear you.
Mike, can you?
Yeah, two things very important for a recruitment head
is one, how saving of your technology adoption. Are you really putting, because you have sourcing, you have interview, you have offer, you have onboarding. Can you, and your organization is looking at into different markets, they're getting into new markets, they're getting into digital transformation, they're trying to scale operations. Keeps you. So if that is the expectation, how could you change your talent acquisition ecosystem, right from the sourcing to interview offer onboarding? Connect all this chunk, not put all these chunks together. Create a systems, create a wonderful system, right? You have to choose a system also. Be an early adopters. You have to keep looking at the future of workforce, future trends. Can you be an early adopter? Can you look at those things and start spending time with your team? Spend some innovation, pack on pack, create some framework, take it up to the next stage. Number two is organizations are looking for decisions based on data. How well your team is acquainted with the data. That's more important. So spend time on training on those Power BI tools, create a separate analytics team, start putting your footsteps forward. Send it to your leadership team, send it to everyone, socialize with them, start taking decisions based on data. I think these are the two things.
I'd like to add to this also, and I'll keep it simple. I belong to Gen X, like I said, and I'm starting and ending this way. But as Gen X, I think, first of all the Gen X, can we get a big round of applause? I feel safe now. Okay. The first thing is that you need not, please do not look at resumes to see how stable the person is. Gen X was looking at 3 years minimum or 5 years minimum in the company. Oh yeah, he's stable, we can take him. No. Look, like Meera and Geeta said, these guys might be leaving within a day or a week. It doesn't mean that they're bad. The main thing is that how is your organization engaging your employees, and how good are you to ensure that even if he comes, with one month of experience with some other company, are you going to be retaining him? And how long are you going to do it? So it's all up to you. The second thing is, during the interview, what kind of questions are you asking? How many years experience do you have? No, that's not the question. The first thing is you need to find out with star-based questions, and how many of us are knowing the star questions, behavioral interviews. Have behavioral interviews to find out exactly how agile the person is, how adaptive he is, what kind of learning appetite the person has, and this is how you will be able to engage the next generation. And these are my 2 cents for the last.
I would like to add one point. You said about TA, advice to TA head. I have different perspectives what Ram, Sita and Elton said. You know why India economy, especially from the service sector, has been growing? A cost advantage. I was talking to a friend who was from Holland last month. He said India is not the talent. Yes, talent is there, but the cost advantage is losing. So my advice is, don't keep asking for more and more salary. India is losing the cost advantage. I know it's not great advice, but business will go to some other country, right? We need to see how we can leverage with the compensation and salaries what they are paying. This is what the experience what I have seen talking to various business leaders across countries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That was very engaging. I will have 2 minutes to ask you all very, very quick rapid fire. Please hear out the rules. So this is a this or that question. I will give you 2 options. You have no choice but to pick one from it, whichever you feel you prioritize. Audience, please understand this is based on certain assumptions, situation, but of course it's just for fun, right? All right, let me start with, oh, you have the mic? Let me open with you only, then Emmanuel. All right. Okay. Skill-based hiring or degree-based hiring?
Skill-based.
Remote first culture or hybrid?
Hybrid.
Okay. Hiring based on personal branding or credentials?
Credentials.
Managing Gen Z or Gen Z expectations or retaining Gen X leaders?
Gen Z expectations.
Okay. Structured interviews or unstructured?
Unstructured.
Video interviews or face-to-face?
Both.
All right, all right. We'll let one pass by. All right, I'll come to you, Geeta, with that. Adapting to change or driving the change.
Driving the change.
Interesting. Diversity of thoughts or diversity of demographics.
That's the thoughts.
Social media hiring or traditional job models.
Combination of both.
Yeah, only one. We'll only allow one skip. All right, pick one.
Social media is in thing now. It is risk hiring. That's my answer.
All right. Long-term workforce planning or agile on-demand hiring.
Agile on-demand.
Okay. Flexible policies or structured policies. We are a divide. All right. Leading from front or leading from behind with a team. Leading from front or leading from behind with a team. No, pick one. All right, we'll let that pass. All right, okay, I will come to Meera then. Let me go to the next. Okay. Data-driven hiring or intuition-based hiring? Okay. Chatbots for initial screening or HR interviews from the start? Pick one.
I think I should go to both.
One is allowed.
Depends on which one. Okay, if it is going to be Gen Z and Alpha, it is chatbot. If it is HR, then it will be a different teacher.
Okay, one convenience allowed. We'll move on. Hiring gig workers or full-time employees? One.
Gig workers.
Okay. One-day hiring process or comprehensive multiple round evaluation?
Multiple.
Okay. Risk-taking or playing safe?
Risk-taking.
Would you be a mentor or a problem solver?
Mentor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And we will come to you, Elton, now with that.
On the spot again.
Yeah. All right. Hiring for skills or cultural fit?
Skills.
Okay. Predictive analytics or gut feeling for talent assessment?
Obviously.
Predictive. Okay. Offering flexibility or structured comp packages?
Flexibility.
Okay. Employee referrals or external recruiters?
Yeah, I know. It's very like she said. It depends on the crowd, but I would go with the external as well.
Okay. People-oriented approach or process-oriented approach?
People.
Visionary leaders or execution-focused leaders?
Visionary.
Thank you. All right.
Did I pass? Yeah. 90% or 80%? 100. Oh, okay, great.
Is this interesting, guys? Yes. Okay. All right. We'll go to Sita. Hiring for adaptability or hiring for expertise? Okay. Psychometric test or situational judgment test?
Psychometric.
Okay. Networking or deep work? Internal mobility or external hiring for leadership roles? Okay. Assessing soft skills or hard skills? Okay. Negotiating skills or relationship building skills?
People's choice. People's choice. People's choice.
Okay, thank you, Sita. We will close the round with Srinivas.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Empowering hiring managers or keeping recruitment centralized? Guys, you are making it. But let me tell you, you are making it easy for him. Yeah. All right. AI-based candidate matching or recruitment-driven assessment? Hiring based on potential or based on proven records? Okay. Employer branding focus or candidate experience focus?
I'm
Yes.
Stick to my roots.
All right. Quick hiring decision or deep talent evaluation?
Deep talent evaluation.
Okay, and the last one, crisis management skill or long-term planning skill?
Long-term planning skills.
He passed on the tough one to you guys. All right. Thank you for making this interesting. Thank you for being great listeners. Thank you, everybody.